Bonjour and welcome back to my channel, Claude here. Today I'm going to be doing your ancestor messages for the month of November if you're born under the Hermit or the Moon tarot cards. So if you are born under one of those two cards, you are ruled by number 9. And number 9 represents achievement, honing your inner knowledge, your insight, and a deep desire to complete your karma cycle. So if you don't know what your tarot birth card is, by the way, I've linked it in the description box below and you can pop in, check it, and then find the right readings for you. So I'm going to be using 2 or 3 decks and they will be listed in the description box below as always. So I hope you're doing well and that you've had a good month so far. And I want to start this reading by taking the opportunity to thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Your time is your most precious commodity and I really am grateful that you choose to spend it with me. So what do we have from Aquarians who are born under the Hermit and the Moon cards, please? Can we have the ancestor messages that they need to hear for their highest good? So your first message is card 44, Perfect Storm, the courage to step into life. So this card is a message that you may be feeling it right now or it's about to happen, that there is a storm around you or even maybe within your heart. If you look at the symbolism here, it's right where the heart of the raven is. And this is an invitation to step up. So you may have been protecting yourself, you know, living life on the safe side is what I'm hearing. Not really engaging, maybe even for some of you isolating yourself a little bit in a bid to protect yourself. And that there may be obviously loads of different reasons for why you're doing this, and there's absolutely no judgment here on this channel whatsoever. But your ancestors are saying it's time to come out of that cocoon. It's time to come out and live life. And there's going to be something that just happened, something that will be happening that's going to create a stir in you, and that's going to be like, it's going to give you the impetus to go out and grab it, basically, is what they're saying to me. It's going to require some courage. It's not an easy thing to do, you know, when we are used to like being in a safe place, but it will be way worth it because we grow the most when we embrace these kind of moments. And in order to fulfill that number 9 that rules you, it really is a call to step out of it, because obviously being born under the Hermit, under the Moon, you all are very empathic. You have an incredible, deep, expansive inner knowing and understanding. And there is also that polarity of the tamed version of you versus the instinctual. And this is saying embrace the instinctual. You've spent enough time, you know, not for all of you, it's not going to be isolation, but it's that safe zone. And you're going to be pushed out of it if it has not happened yet. Then we have your second message is deep quiet, meditation and stillness. You see, it's interesting because you've got 2 4s, 2 1s. It caught my eyes. Okay, so repetition of number 4, repetition of number 1. Pay attention to those numbers this month because they may be significant. But meditation and stillness, this is the other aspect of you that I was mentioning, you know, between the tamed and the instinctual. This inner knowledge that you have, inner knowing that really, really runs deep, and this is something you excel at, reflecting and taking the time out. If this has already happened, you may need to get back inside yourself in order to understand why this is happening. And if it has not happened and you feel overwhelmed when it does happen, this storm, then you may need to ground yourself so that you're not overwhelmed by it. That's another message. Otherwise, this is just a reinforcement of what I was telling you, which is step out of this comfort zone. This is what you do really well. the meditation and stillness, this is harder to do. And remember, this is where our biggest growth experience occurs, when we step out of our comfort zone. And then we have card 31. That diminishes to a 4, by the way, so we've got 3 4s now. Number of strong foundation and stability in your life. This is what this is. In the hand, the universe is your partner. Now this is a beautiful card of saying, trust that the universe has your back. In this case, your ancestors. Have faith is what I'm hearing. If you want to manifest something, or when this perfect storm occurs and you know it's kind of unsettling you, trust that this is happening for your own good, is what I'm hearing. So let me grab my tarot deck and get some clarifications on all this. So can you clarify those messages, please? I'm getting the message of do not panic is what I'm hearing. So for some of you it's going to make sense. Obviously it's a general reading, so not all messages will be relevant to you. Pick what works for you. But for some of you, if you are in a storm, do not panic. So we have the Magician, beautiful card, very powerful. The Four of Swords, reinforcement of this card, I'll get to that in a minute. And the Four of Cups. Okay, you are getting 4 galore. You have a 4 here, 3 plus 1, 2 4s, 4 and 4. Can you see how all of this is going to lead to stability in your life, building that strong foundation? As I said, it is when we're out of our comfort zone that we get the most growth. Okay, bottom of the deck, which is the energy at work you may not be aware of, is the Ace of Wands. And again, I'm not surprised by that, because this is what this storm is. The courage to step into life, this is what this is. The Ace represents the origin of a suit, and it holds its potential as well. Now, Wands represents passion, desire, and also your spirit. The Ace of Wands is an incredible new opportunity that really sets your heart and soul on fire. It excites you. You feel energized by it. You're very tempted. It's a door that opens. It's an offer. Now, it could be anything. It could be a passionate new relationship that comes your way. It could be an exciting business opportunity, an invitation to go traveling. I don't know, something very creative, like an opportunity to write a book, an opportunity to start a YouTube channel, creating something. But this is something, it's like, I have to say, it's this word has to come out. It's a whirlwind. That's how it's going to feel if it's not happened already. And this is going to create this within you. And you're not aware of it yet, or you're just aware of it if it's just happened. Obviously time is fluid. It's a general reading. And you manifested it because you've got the Magician underneath it. Now, major arcana are big energies on your life path. They need to be looked at. They're powerful compared to the minors that just deal with day-to-day events and situation. And the Magician card is the card that says, you've got it. You have everything you need at the tip of your fingers to manifest what you want. Your ancestors are telling you that. They're making you aware that, you know, you manifested this perfect storm. You may not be realizing how you did it, but you did. And when I talk about having all the resources in your hand, this is not just financial resources. You can have time resources. You can have a network of supporting people that are there for you. You can have a wealth of knowledge, of wisdom, or downloads that you have acquired during your meditation, during your shadow work, when you were in isolation. And all of these knowledge and thoughts, you may have spent a lot of time visualizing something, actually. That's another thing that just came to mind. And you've created it. And then under the deep quiet meditation, you've got the Four of Swords. It really is your ancestors hammering that point here. The Four, stability, swords, thoughts, mental realm. So this is mental stability. This is taking the time out to not get overwhelmed by something. This is doing what you do best, basically. You know, isolating yourself, and I don't mean isolating like barricading yourself, but a bit of a bit less social media exposure, a bit more me time, so that you're alone with your thoughts and you don't get overwhelmed. Not asking others for what they think as well, because you know best for you and you need to trust that, and that's very important. That was something someone needed to hear. And then we move on to the Four of Cups. The universe is your partner. So this is emotional stability, right? Because Cups is to do with your emotions, your feelings, your intuition. And Four is stability, strong foundation. Problem with that is that when you put water in a small container, it has a tendency to become stagnant and then it becomes stale. And so this is when we start to become a bit despondent, and that's that safe zone I was telling you about that you need to come out of, because you see it, the offer, the door, that Ace of Wands that you may not be aware of, it's there, but you need to be open to it, because otherwise you might miss the opportunity. So not feeling despondent, making sure that your vibration is high, which is why I believe you've got this card of meditation, stillness, and the Four of Swords. It's realigning your energy. If you're feeling panicky about something, realign and ground yourself. If you're feeling despondent, you know, a bit is what I'm hearing. I know it doesn't make much sense, but blasé, apathy. If you feel that, again, realign yourself, because you may otherwise miss this incredible opportunity, which has the potential to be incredibly exciting for you and bring some new wind in your sail. Again, that's not a phrase I normally use, so someone needed to hear that message. Don't know where that came from. So can we have some final messages for my Aquarians, please? Sorry, my cover's sticky. Okay. So we have last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. This is a direct reference to what I was telling you about less social media exposure and not always asking people what their opinions are on something. Feel it. Take the time out if you need to, recenter yourself and feel what's right for you. Again, that Four Cups, be aware of when you feel complacent, when you feel blasé. Let it be something you feel. Raise your vibration. And then we have new moon in Cancer, relax. I'm not surprised to see it. That's the reason why I chuckled. With this Four of Swords and this perfect storm, I am getting the energy that for some of you, there will be panic. It will be, as I said, like a whirlwind. And your ancestors are saying, hey, relax, we're here. You know, there's no reason to panic over this. Meditate, take the time out. Do not allow people to sway your opinion or judgment. Close your eyes. If you need to take a bath with candles, with soothing music, whatever the case may be that you need to do, some binaural music on YouTube to realign your chakras and stuff, take the time, relax, because it's going to be okay. It's okay to be excited about something. This is not something to be feared, is another message for someone out there. Everything's going to be fine. You have the card here, the universe is your partner. You are being guided, you are co-creating, even though you're not aware of it, for some of you anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed the journey for the cards with me. If you did, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I always appreciate it. I wish you a wonderful month, and I'll see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.